In a small, remote village nestled deep within the lush African savanna, there lived a young girl named Amara. Her beauty was as radiant as the sun, and her kindness touched the hearts of all who knew her. The villagers often saw Amara helping her parents with daily chores, her bright smile lighting up the dusty paths as she greeted everyone she met. Amara's family wasn't wealthy, but they found happiness in their close-knit bonds. The village was a simple place, where hardworking people tended to their crops, cared for their livestock, and treated one another like family. They held fast to ancient traditions passed down through countless generations. One such tradition was the annual festival honoring the spirits of the land and water. It was a time of joyous celebration, filled with vibrant music, energetic dancing, and mouth-watering food. The villagers eagerly anticipated this event each year, as it brought the community together in a display of unity and reverence for their ancestral beliefs. Among the villagers, Amara stood out for her warm personality and gentle heart. She had a special way of making others feel at ease, and many of the village children looked up to her as a role model. The elders often praised her for her respectful demeanor and helpful nature. However, not everyone in the village shared in the admiration for Amara. Three girls, Zuri, Nia, and Imani, harbored feelings of envy towards her. They could often be seen huddled together, whispering and casting furtive glances in Amara's direction. Their jealousy of her popularity and the attention she received from others grew silently with each passing day. Despite Amara's attempts to include them in activities and conversations, the three girls maintained a cold distance. They masked their true feelings behind fake smiles and insincere pleasantries, all while plotting ways to diminish Amara's standing in the village. As the day of the festival approached, excitement filled the air. The village buzzed with activity as people prepared elaborate costumes, practiced traditional dances, and cooked delicious foods for the feast. Amara threw herself into the preparations, helping wherever she could and spreading joy with her infectious enthusiasm. On the eve of the festival, as the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in brilliant hues of orange and purple, something strange began to happen. The usually calm river that flowed past the village began to churn and bubble ominously. The elders exchanged worried glances, their weathered faces creased with concern. That night, as the village slept, an eerie mist crept from the river, snaking its way through the narrow paths between the mud brick houses. It seemed to seek something or someone, with a purpose that sent chills down the spines of those who witnessed it. When dawn broke, the village awoke to chaos. Amara was missing. Her parents' anguished cries echoed through the village, drawing everyone from their homes. Search parties were quickly organized, combing the surrounding bushland and riverbanks for any sign of the beloved girl. As the day wore on and hope began to fade, whispers of an old legend started to circulate among the villagers. They spoke in hushed tones of a powerful river spirit, a mermaid, known to lure the most beautiful and pure-hearted souls into her watery domain. The festival, once a joyous occasion, now took on a somber tone as the village gathered to perform rituals and offer prayers for Amara's safe return. The elders led the ceremonies, their voices rising in haunting chants that seemed to make the very air vibrate with mystical energy. Zuri, Nia, and Imani watched the proceedings with a mixture of guilt and fear. They had never meant for things to go this far. Their petty jealousy now seemed insignificant in the face of such a tragedy. As night fell once more, they huddled together near the river's edge, their eyes scanning the dark waters for any sign of movement. Suddenly, the surface of the river began to ripple and churn. A figure emerged from the depths, but it wasn't Amara. Instead, they found themselves face to face with a creature of breathtaking beauty and terrifying power. Her upper body was that of a woman, with skin that shimmered like polished ebony and hair that flowed like liquid silver. But where legs should have been, a powerful fishtail propelled her through the water. The mermaid's eyes, glowing with an otherworldly light, fixed upon the three girls. Her voice, when she spoke, was like the gentle lapping of waves against the shore. "You wish to know why I have taken the one you call Amara?" she asked, her tone both melodious and menacing. Trembling with fear, the girls could only nod mutely. "Your hearts are clouded with envy and spite," the mermaid continued. "You could not see the true value of the gift you had in your midst." Amara's pure soul and kind heart are rare treasures in this world of darkness and greed. She now dwells in my realm, where her light will never be dimmed by the shadows of jealousy. As the mermaid's words sank in, Zuri, Nia, and Imani felt the weight of their actions crushing down upon them. They realized, too late, the consequences of their petty feelings and the irreparable loss they had brought upon their village. The mermaid's form began to sink back into the river, her voice fading like mist in the morning sun. Remember this lesson, children of the land. The price of envy is often far greater than you can imagine. With a final splash, she disappeared beneath the surface, leaving the three girls standing on the riverbank, tears streaming down their faces as they contemplated the terrible truth of what had happened. As dawn broke once more over the village, Zuri, Nia, and Imani made their way back, their hearts heavy with the burden of their secret. They knew they must confess to the elders, to Amara's grieving parents, to the entire village. They had to reveal the dark truth behind Amara's disappearance, that their own jealousy had inadvertently led to her being taken by the mermaid. The village would never be the same. The annual festival, once a time of joy and celebration, would forever be tinged with sadness, a reminder of the beautiful soul they had lost. And for Zuri, Nia, and Imani, every ripple in the river, every splash in the water would be a haunting reminder of the terrible price of envy. As the years passed, the story of Amara and the mermaid became a cautionary tale, told to children around evening fires. It served as a powerful reminder of the importance of kindness, the dangers of jealousy, and the unforeseen consequences our actions can have on others. And sometimes, on quiet nights when the moon was full and the river calm, villagers swore they could hear a faint, beautiful song drifting across the water, a bittersweet melody that spoke of a pure heart forever lost to the depths, and the enduring power of true kindness in a world too often marred by envy and greed.